Yo, what is going on, guys? Johnny GB here, bringing you guys week number 1 of the ICBA. This is either late Monday or early Tuesday when this is going up, as I played Hispanic yesterday for week 1. And you guys see the teams there. Once I get the battle started, I will have it flop, but let me give you guys a quick little rundown of what we have for the team. So we have a Misty Seed Bulk Up 3-attack Hitmonlee, a Trick Room 3-attack Dawn Wings Necrozma, Choice Scarf 3-attack and Toxic Cura, Assault Vested Alola Muck, a Support Tapu Fini with Defog Taunt, Scald, and Ice Beam, and a Gourgeist with Lagging Tail Explosion. So it's pretty much 2 of the Pokemon have Explosion as last second resorts to make sure that I am not getting blown away. But we will get right into the battle. And I'm actually going to start by leading this off with Choice Scarf to Kyurem, because if you look at his team, he doesn't have very good Kyurem switch-ins. He could have Lapras be his main switch-in, but Donphan doesn't want to stay in, take an Ice Beam. He has 3 of them that actually get hit by Earth Power, and with the exception of Naga Onodale, it's pretty much a guaranteed KO on the other 2. The only issue is the Scizor right here. Wow, this is completely not oriented. But the Scizor is the one issue to my team that I have no way around it. So that's where I'm seeing my struggles, is I have to find a way to beat the Scizor because I don't have anything with any type of fire attack. My fault there, prep-wise, not really prepping for the Scizor. But I stay in turn 1. I'm just going to click Earth Power just to deal damage to anything, and down goes his Infernape. He's probably planning to U-turn out into Naga Onodale, depending on what I switched into. So if I go Tapu Fini, he goes into maybe Manectric or Naga Onodale. If I go out into Gourgeist, he goes out into Mega Manectric or Scizor. So his play probably was U-turn there, seeing as I do have a Gourgeist that can eat up close combat. Same thing goes with Naga Onodale. But now his Kyurem comes in, and I have to go directly into my Assault Vested Alola Muck, because it takes up any hit from this Lapras and the Naga Onodale. I'm firing off a knockoff because I have no reason not to. Gets rid of any item he has on any of his Pokemon, and he's going to show that he does have the tech, being that Drill Run. So, did about 39%. I wasn't sure if that was low roll, high roll, mid roll. So, I did not want to really risk my Alolan Muck. Knockoff only did 45%, so I know that I'm not going to be able to take another Drill Run, and I don't want his Naga Onodale coming in to revenge my Alolan Muck and then have a free KO and potentially sweep my team from there. So I'm just going to double out into my Gourgeist if he goes for another Drill Run. He's actually going to make the double and go out into his Donphan, so you know what, right away I'm thinking I'm pretty good. He's going to go for the knockoff on the turn I actually trick, and I end up with some leftovers, so just works out for me in the end here. The issue is I am small Gourgeist, so my HP stat is not great. I had the small Gourgeist so that I could outspeed potentially Scizor and such. So at this point, I just have to sack off my Gourgeist. Unfortunately, I don't have a very good knockoff switch in. Tapu Fini, I guess, but Gourgeist serve me very little use. I don't have Shadow Sneak on there. I just have Explosion and Seed Bomb, along with Will-O-Wisp and Will-O-Wisp and Leech Seed. So it wasn't a very good Gourgeist set. The Lagging Tail was there for his faster Mons. That was the issue. When you look at Naga Onodale, Mega Manectric, Infernape, and you had a couple other Mons that were above base 105 speed that are sitting on the bench, the Lagging Tail was pretty much just to try to bait one of those in, trick it, and now slow his team down incredibly, or just one of those threats incredibly. So now it allows me to go out into my Tapu Fini, fire off an Ice Beam, and a little underwhelmed on how much that did. I couldn't bring myself to go for Surf, just in case he does go out into Naga Onodale. I did not want him to pick up a free setup, a free Nasty Plot, or fire off a free Sludge Wave. So Tapu Fini will end up not really picking up a kill, but now pressures him. So I figure, you know what? I have no electric immunities on my team. He's probably just going to click Volt Switch here, so I can fire off a free defog to, one, get rid of the rocks on my side of the field, which means Kyurem's not taking 25%, Muck's going to have 45% left, and everything is dandy. He's going to do a lot to me, but staying in I felt like was the right play, as I can go out. I can defog now. He goes into his Lapras, which is fine. I have my Alolan Muck, so I'm not too worried about it. Instead, I decided to go out into my Hitmonlee just to get some offensive pressure. Misty Terrain's up. He's going to Freeze Dry. He's going to get the critical hit, unfortunately. And not much I can do there. He's going to show off the Ice Shard. So he brought a full bag of tricks on this Lapras with Drill Run, Ice Shard, Freeze Dry. So Freeze Dry was one of the ones I expected. And now pretty much my Hitmonlee just has to become fodder as he gets a free Scizor switch in. I'm just going to click Bullet Punch because that's my only play I really have for this game, and now this Scizor is actually starting to worry me because I don't have much for it. I go to my Alolan Muck. Now, I wasn't too sure what Muck was planning to do. Scizor was planning to do. I've seen Bullet Punch. I'm not sure if he's banded. I'm not sure if he is potentially Okaberry. So I'm really confused at what the Scizor is and what its spread is. I do have max HP on my Alolan Muck, so I figured I could take a Bullet Punch. And he goes for the U-turn. And it was low roll in my favor, so wasn't too mad about it. It was more of I calced Scizor's U-turn after I actually made my decision of going into Alolan Muck when I could have gone into something like Tapu Fini, click Surf, and potentially get rid of it then and there. Which now leads me to go out into my Dawnwing's Necrozma on his Mega Manectric. And here I can fire off a Trick Room as Thunderbolt's going to do 36%. Again, this was just another instance of me not doing the damage calcs. Moongeist Beam does 78%, so he probably had a good amount of HP invested into his Mega Manectric. I just go for the Moongeist Beam to pick up a kill. It's 76% still doing a lot. If I got hazards up or whatnot, I could have been able to pick the KO. But Scizor again just comes in, it revenges, and from this point, I only have Tapu Fini left. So the Trick Room came back to haunt me this turn as he did naturally outspeed me. I clicked Ice Beam here, and this is where I think it hurt, because I can take a +2 Bullet Punch from the range I'm at. If I click Surf, I managed to pick up a KO here. You're going to see this next turn. I'm going to go for Surf. It's going to do 43%. And that was where my misplay was, because I know Kyurem comes in and it KOs Naga-Onodel. I'm not worried about that. It comes in, clicks Ice Beam, Naga-Onodel goes down. But for me, clicking Ice Beam, just worried about Naga-Onodel coming in. That was my only worry, was letting it come in, setting up a nasty plot potentially. He's just going to set up a second Swords Dance, and at +4, I'm not living any Bullet Punches at this point. And Tapu Fini will go down, so just a misplay there that ultimately led to a 1-0 loss, but I'm not too disappointed with that. I just under-prepped for Scizor, and actually ended up getting Scizor swept, but it's a 2-0 loss. I'm not too worried about losing week 1. I don't have a very good history of playing week 1s at all in league format, so kind of just following my natural trend of how my week 1s go. I see where I can fix and some changes I can make to my prep. But if you guys enjoyed that, go ahead, like the video, go over check out Spanix's channel as well as the other ICBA coaches. But with all that being said, guys, I am Johnny GB, and I'm out.